Hello boys and girls, let's continue working on op art. I loved seeing the drawings that you guys sent in to me of your different op art designs from last week. This video is a demonstration that we will be working together. So before you start the video, you want to make sure you get 1 or 2 pieces of white paper, a pencil, and a ruler if you have it. Then start the video and draw along with me, just like if we were working together in class. Today we're going to work together on a different type of design. And then next week I'm going to teach you how to add value. Value is the art element of going from light to dark. So we're going to make something today that we're going to keep, so keep it in a safe place so we can use it again next week to add value. And that's going to make our optical illusion even stronger. Today I'm going to walk you through more of a step-by-step version of the op art project, because next week we're going to add in the art element of value. And using value, which is the art element that means light to dark, when we add value, it really makes our op art look more three-dimensional and more like that optical illusion that we're going for. So we are going to try to simplify this op art project. I'm going to give you simple steps, but it's going to make these very advanced, awesome looking op art designs. First, I'm using a piece of bent up recycled copy paper. You can use any piece of paper in your house. It doesn't even have to be white. My paper is a rectangle, 2 long lines and 2 short lines. I want to make this rectangle into a square. If you remember when we made snowflakes, we had to do that as well. The way that you make a rectangle into a square is you pick up the bottom corner. This is the bottom right corner. I pick up the corner and I bring it to the top, and I want the rest of this side to line up straight with the top of my paper. So I pick it up, I line it up, I look to see if it's going to be straight. I adjust it if I need to. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to worry about it. Just do the best you can. I'm going to use one hand to hold it, one hand to fold it. And then I'm going to cut off this extra piece of paper so I'm left just with the triangle. If you don't have a scissors at home, I can show you how to tear it carefully. So this is my rectangle. Again, it's bent up. I'm recycling, no big deal. Corner to the top, keeping the straight edge straight. Doing my best to line it up. Does not have to be exactly perfect. It will still be fine. One hand to hold it, one hand to fold it. Okay, if I don't have a scissors and I need to get rid of that, I'm gonna fold it back. Feel like I'm doing origami. I'm going to use my fingernails, if you got them, to really press it. I'm going to go forward, fingernails again, and now carefully give it a little tear, and it should tear off in a pretty straight line. It left me with that, but I'm not going to worry about it. So once I've got my square piece of paper, this is the one that I tore the edge off of, I already have this fold line. I'm going to go ahead and refold on that line. That's a triangle, right? Now unfold and fold into a triangle the other way. I'm trying to make an X. So if I picked up this corner last time, I'm picking up this corner this time. Pick up my corner. And now I have an X. See my X? I can use a pencil. If I have a ruler at home, I can trace over my lines with the ruler. If I don't have a ruler, I can just carefully trace over the fold line I made. Now I'm going to fold my paper top to bottom. That gives me another line. If I don't have a ruler, maybe I have a piece of junk mail or a book or a cereal box that I can use as a straight edge to trace that line. Okay, I now have an X with a line through it. Any guesses where my line's gonna go next? It's gonna go across the top. So I bring one end over, open it up, use my piece of junk mail as my ruler if I need to, trace my line. Now I want to add 2 more lines that intersect the middle. I can use my ruler, put it on the paper. The only rule is it crosses the middle. So this does not cross that middle circle. This does not cross the middle circle. So I can put it anywhere on my paper, but it has to cross the middle circle. If I don't have a ruler, I can use my junk mail. I'm gonna do 1 more. So look at your paper, decide where you want it. Can it go there? No, it has to cross the middle. So let's see. I can turn my paper if I want to. I think I'll go there. Cross the middle, draw a line. I now have 6 straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which gives me 12 pieces of pie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The next step is going to be to add my curved lines to create this op art design. Now, a few people sent me curved lines last week, but all of their curved lines went the same direction. What do I mean by that? I mean, if they started making lines that were like a U, on the next piece of their pie, the next slice, they continued making a U. And then continued making a U. We are not doing that today. Instead, we are going to do opposite lines. So if these are my U's, now I'm going to make a rainbow or a frown line. So it is the opposite way. If this is going curving down towards the middle, this is curving up away from the middle. It's the opposite. These ones curved up like a rainbow, which means my next ones curve in like a U. It's creating the opposite. It kind of looks like a banner or a flag. If these curved up, my next ones curve down. Do you see the difference between that and that? This is making an alternating pattern, up, down, up. This is going the same direction, up, up, up. So now back to the project we're working on today. If I go back here, I can start in my slice number 1, and I can make lines that are like the letter U or a happy face. 1, 2, 3. You can stop there or add a 4th. It's up to you. Now in my second piece, if I went with the letter U, I'm going to switch to a rainbow or frown line. I'm starting at the same point my line ended, and I'm curving the other way. It's teeny, see it? Now I go up to my next line. I'm not gonna make a U, that would be wrong. I'm gonna make a rainbow. One more time, a rainbow. Now I'm on number 3. These went up, so these are gonna go down like a U. I start in this spot right here, make a U. a U, a U. If I want to add another one, I can. Okay, I'm on number 4. This was a U, this is going to be a rainbow. This is a U, this is going to be a rainbow. This is a U, this is going to be a rainbow. If I wanted to, I can continue that one, or I could probably skip it. Number 5, this was a rainbow, this has to be a U. It helps me if I turn my paper. So now this 5 is closer to the top. It just kind of helps my brain understand what I'm doing. Switch again. These ones are rainbow lines. When I get to the end of my slice, I'm just copying that line. I'm just redrawing on that line to finish. Start here, now it's a U. Start here, it's a U. If I need to, I just follow that line a little bit to finish. Make a big U until I get to that line and go up. Now I'm rainbowing again, rainbow. I can follow my line down, rainbow, follow my line down, rainbow. This is my next section. U, U, U. Turn it again. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. U, U, U. Okay, I'm on my last one. So now I'm going to try to connect these lines using the opposite. These are U's. This has to be a rainbow. You can start to see the optical illusion already. To make it even more of an optical illusion, I want to color in every other spot. So it looks like step number 4. So what I'm going to do to make that easier is I'm going to follow step number 3 by putting a B in every other spot, very lightly. I'm going to start at my center in my spot number 1, and I'm going to put a B. Then I'm going to skip the next one and put a B. Skip the next one. I'm going to erase my number so I don't get confused. Now, in number 2, I'm going to leave the first one blank because the one next to it has a B. I'm making a checkerboard pattern. This is a B, this is blank. Now a B here, blank, and a B here. Now I'm in number 3. This is blank, so there's going to be a B in that first little piece of the pie closest to the center. Skip, B, skip, B. If I want to, I can erase these numbers so I don't get confused. This is blank here because there's a B next to it. So my B goes here. It's blank here. It's making a checkerboard. Skip this, B here. Okay, next, B, skip, B, skip. Skip, B, skip, B. My next one, B, skip, B, skip. Next one, skip, B, skip, B. I'm going to keep going. That was the hardest part. Hardest part of the whole project, and I'm done. Next thing I'm going to do is color in the bees. Now you have some choices depending on what supplies you have at home. You could use your pencil and color them in with a pencil. If that's the only art supply you have, then go for it. Use your pencil. It will be fine. If you have a black marker or a black colored pencil, you could do it in black marker, black color pencil, black Sharpie. Basically, I'm going to trace my lines just like I would at school. If I want to use a ruler, I can, or I can just take my time and trace the lines I have. If I have a ruler, I can do that too. So your next step is to trace your lines. I'm not going to trace the B's, I'm just going to trace my straight and curved lines. I have a Sharpie. If I didn't have a Sharpie, I could stick with just my pencil. I could use a Crayola marker. Use whatever supplies you have. You could use a black crayon, right? We're improvising, we're artists. We're gonna do fine. We're learning how to do this because it's super cool. And it's gonna help keep us busy if we're looking for something to do while we're stuck in our houses. I would love to hear all the other fun things you guys are doing. Hopefully you're making lots of art. Lots of chaos going in my house with my 12 and 15-year-old. I would imagine some of your houses are a little crazy too, and that's okay. So I'm going to continue tracing my lines. Over all my pencil lines, and now I'm going to fill in all the spots that have a B. Again, if all I have is a pencil, I'm going to use a pencil. I have a Sharpie, so I may use that. I may use a Sharpie and a thicker marker. As you guys know, Sharpies run out so fast. I don't love to color large areas with a Sharpie, but when I'm at home, I'm just going to use what I have. I can also use a black color pencil or a black crayon. So all I'm doing now is coloring in all the areas that have a B, and that's where we're going to end the project for today. Once I'm done coloring in all the areas with the B, then we're done for today. Please put it somewhere safe so that we can use it again next week when I teach you guys how to add value, because that's what's going to take the project from looking like that to looking like that. Much more of an optical illusion. All right, my friends, don't get frustrated. Email me with questions. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do eventually some kind of Zoom class so you can actually ask me questions as we're working. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm going to keep coloring in my picture. I hope you will too. If you need to take a break and come back to it. Just keep it in a safe place. Miss you all. Stay safe. Bye. Remember, if this was too hard or too confusing or you couldn't follow the steps, you could try to rewind the video. Or just go back to last week's slideshow and pick a different op art design and practice drawing that. We can also add value to a different kind of op art design next time. As long as you are creating art at home, you are fulfilling your art requirement and hopefully having fun.